News Update.
Good Thursday afternoon. Thanks for tuning in. NBC News Daily. I'm Randy Stone with your Midday Ark-La-Miss update. Well, a local family is outraged after their late son's tombstone was moved, causing confusion about the location of his grave. NBC 10's Valerie Moravi has those details.
I was just disheartened because it looks to me as if someone was buried on top of my child.
The incident happened at Ridgewood Memorial Gardens about a month ago when Smith was notified that her son's gravestone has been moved out of place.
I came out here that same day, that evening, and I noticed my son's headstone was moved over here to the corner of someone else's headstone close to the ditch.
She says the finding was disturbing.
How is a mother supposed to feel when she comes out here and see her son's headstone moved? It made me angry.
Smith says she immediately reached out to management to get answers.
I requested to speak to him, but he wasn't here. And I came back yesterday. He wasn't here because they should have done that immediately. So by them moving that headstone over there, it makes me think, of course y'all put her on top of my child, or you wouldn't have moved it.
We spoke to Ridgewood Memorial Gardens manager Keith Magoo. He did not want to be on camera, but he told us, quote, "No one at Ridgewood Memorial Gardens are being buried on top of each other. It's one person per plot." He went on to say that they're governed by the Louisiana Cemetery Board based in New Orleans. Magoo said they were doing some work in the area and the reason why they moved the headstone was so it wouldn't get damaged.
I was just hoping Mr. Keith could call me and put my mind at ease. And you ignoring me, you make me feel like you're guilty.
The headstone is back in its original spot, but Smith says she still hasn't heard back from management for an explanation. Reporting in Ridgewood, I'm Valerie Moravi for your Ark-La-Miss news source.
My. Well, in crime news, Monroe police are still looking for a suspect involved in a shooting that happened on Tuesday afternoon. MPD responded to the shooting in the 900 block of South McGuire Street. Officials say the deceased victim is a male juvenile. And police would like to encourage anyone with information to call the Monroe Police Department or Crime Stoppers of North Delta at the numbers on your screen.
And now, Storm Tracker Doppler weather with meteorologist Chase Ward.
Temperatures will be climbing into the mid and upper 90s as we go into this afternoon. We could have a few places actually hit right around 100 degrees for today's high. Excessive heat warnings will remain into effect for the entire Ark-La-Miss viewing area as the heat index will be above 110 degrees. If you have any outdoor plans, it's really just best to postpone those and stay indoors. But if you have to be outside, remember to stay hydrated and also make sure to take frequent breaks from work or exercise and do it in an AC-cooled environment. Now, as we go into this evening, we'll see really clear skies across the entire area. Temperatures getting down to the mid and lower 80s. But not a whole lot of areas will see the 70s as we go overnight tonight, so it's going to stay mostly warm overnight. Expecting a high of 100 degrees for today this afternoon. The heat index, like I said, will be above 110. Winds will stay out of the southwest. Tonight, only expecting a low of 80 degrees, staying mostly clear. Winds still staying out of the south. As we look into tomorrow, we'll see a temperature of 101 degrees for tomorrow's high. Heat index will still stay above 110 degrees. Winds staying out of the southwest. Now, as we look at the 7-day forecast, there might be some relief in sight from these hot conditions as we go into next week. We could see rain chances increase, really starting on Sunday as we go into Monday on the 4th. On Tuesday next week, we'll see temperatures really start to drop down to the mid and possibly even lower 90s with more showers and thunderstorms possible on the 4th and Wednesday of next week. We'll see our lows stay generally in the lower 80s, but starting to cool down to the upper 70s and mid 70s through next week.
Well, one person is in the hospital and another is behind bars following a shooting at Town and Country Apartments Tuesday night. Around 9:30 in the evening, the Ouachita Parish Sheriff's Office was called to the apartment complex in Monroe. And upon arrival, officers located a victim with an apparent gunshot wound. He was transported to local hospital to be treated for injuries. An investigation led to the arrest of Montez Gray. He's charged with attempted second-degree murder. Well, that's it for your midday update. NBC News will be continuing now. Whether it's 100 or it feels like 110, it's very hot. Take care of your animals. Be kind to each other. Check on your neighbors. And God bless you.